Have you tried every single side hustle under the sun and still struggling to generate revenue? Maybe you've tried drop shipping, maybe you tried Forex trading, maybe you've even tried to sell cat posters on Etsy at one point. No matter what you try, it probably has not worked out, and there are reasons for that. Now, not to fear, my friend, because I have the best method to generate yourself a little bit of cash in 2025. And before you start saying, oh, it's just gonna be a scam, this video's gonna lead to a course, etc. Well, I'm gonna implore you to watch till the end of this video, because I promise you that this will be worth your time, and you will leave this video thinking, wow, I'm gonna start something completely brand new and it's gonna work out. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the method we are talking about in this video is AI OnlyFans Management. Now, you're probably thinking, what the fuck is OnlyFans Management? Well, this is literally your golden ticket to make money this year. Now, if you wait till next year, it'll be too late. But this year, this is the way you're gonna be making money, and serious amounts of it, if you apply yourself correctly. So what is AI OnlyFans Management? Maybe you've heard of it before, maybe you haven't. Maybe you've seen AI creators when you're scrolling through Instagram Reels. Well, maybe that is me or one of my students, who knows? Anyway, the point is, AI OnlyFans Management is where you take an AI creator, or you make an AI creator, you then put them on social media, such as an Instagram page, for example. You build them a fan base, and then you funnel that fan base to an OnlyFans page. Now, OnlyFans do not allow AI creators, so we actually funnel them to a Fanvue. Now, Fanvue, very similar to OnlyFans, same idea, subscription platform, you know, people get their tits out on there. Same kind of stuff, right? So yeah, we funnel them to a Fanvue page. They pay for us to chat to them and sell them content. Now, you can obviously outsource things, you can scale. So it is actually an extremely profitable business that no one really knows about right now. Now, let's go over the benefits of AI OFM over more traditional money-making methods that you may have come across online and may have tried yourself. So the big one is that you do not have to invest money into this to be able to start. So there's 3 steps involved in actual AI OFM, and I've just briefly explained them. So number 1 would be creating your model and making the content for that. Number 2 would be setting up their socials or the marketing stage. And number 3 would be the monetization stage, which would take place on Fanvue, where you sell content to fans. Now, the main stage that can be scaled the most, let's say, or, you know, can be invested in the most, is the marketing phase. Now, marketing is a very complex matter. However, you can simplify this very much so. For example, the more money you chuck at marketing, if you know what you're doing, the more money you're gonna earn. Of course, if you know what you're doing. Don't just chuck random money at it and think that, you know, you're gonna be a millionaire tomorrow. You will make money if you invest money. So don't think that you have to invest money though, because there are many, many free methods of marketing. For example, pure organic posting on TikTok, you know, Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. That is more than enough to build up a fan base and actually get people into your Instagram or social pages. Number 2 would be making connections and doing shout outs with other creators. Obviously a great way to grow. They have a current fan base. You can make connections with them. You can make a friend who already has an existing AI model and has a fan base. Get them to shout your model out, give them something in return, something of value, you know, make some content for them, something like this. Very, very easy stuff. You can also spam as much as you want in, let's say, creator forums on Reddit or any of this kind of stuff. If you have a lot of time to do that kind of thing, go to Reddit, go to these degen fucking Reddit forums and just paste your model everywhere. Make it known that, you know, your model exists, and put it in front of the eyes of the target audience as much as possible. These are all free methods. They do take time, but they're all free. And also, the creation phase is pretty much free if you want it to be. Now, there are generators that exist out there that are completely free to use. However, there are also platforms that are created for this purpose, for the purpose of creating AI influencers, and they're very cheap. I'm talking under $10, you know, for a month's worth of content. That's nothing. When you think of how much a business costs to start, $9, $10 a month is really nothing in the grand scheme of things, is it? So it's not like, you know, you're spending hundreds or thousands on Instagram shoutouts. It's not like marketing. Marketing is very expensive, but the creation phase is also cheap/free if you really want it to be. However, there are more expensive options that will give you better quality content, as always. Now, the last stage, which is the monetization stage, this is near enough always free. So Fanvue is completely free to set up. You have to be 18 plus, but completely free to set up. You can put your model on there. You can start monetizing your content and bringing fans in. Yes, Fanvue take a cut of the revenue. That's how they make their money, of course. And also, if you are paying a sales team to sit on there and chat to fans, that's going to cost a little bit of money, but realistically, most of them are commission-based anyway, so they only get paid if you get paid. For example, I own a chatting agency. What we do is we come onto AI creators' pages. We take, for example, 25% of the revenue that we bring them, and they get to keep the whole 75%. 95% of the rest of it. And all they do is bring us traffic and we sort the sales out. So point being, if you are looking to invest and, you know, scale this business model as fast as possible, there are ways to be able to do that. So if you were going to do this, the first thing that I recommend investing in is better AI generators. So, you know, you could stick to Genfluence, for example, which is a $9 package. But if you wanted to move to more advanced methods and learn some super complex AI generation stuff, or even outsource that completely, that's going to cost a little bit of money, but 100% worth it. It's going to get you better quality content to be able to sell to customers. Number two would be your marketing. So Instagram promotion. Building an Instagram page is absolutely key in this sector. So if you have this massive, you know, 100K plus following Instagram, that's going to draw even more people in than it would if you had, you know, 100 followers, for example. The conversion rate is just going to be better. It's just a fact. So if you spend money on IG promos off people who already, you know, have a bit of a following in the space, or maybe not even in the space, just have a lot of followers on Instagram, that's something that is great to invest in, and that's one of our main marketing methods at the moment. And number three would be the AI model method course. Now, you're probably thinking, oh wow, here we go again, another scam, another course. However, this is $47. Talking $47, you know, the cost of going out for dinner or going out for drinks at the weekend, this is nothing compared to some of those expensive activities that you may be doing. So starting a business and learning correctly, learning the education, we will teach you everything from zero to absolutely everything you need to know in this business model. That will be down in the description. The AI model method is $47 right now, so grab it while you can. Now we've covered very broadly what this business entails and, you know, some of the details and benefits of getting involved in this business model. I just want to clear up a few things first. So one important thing is, of course, you do not have to be a social media expert. Yes, it is a key part of the business and it's going to help you get more followers in if you were an expert. But the truth is that if you're posting and you're an attractive girl, you're going to get followers anyway. So technically, you do not have to be a social media expert whatsoever. And also, you do not have to be a 10 out of 10 girl or even a girl at all. So before, you know, us men, we were very much underrepresented in the industry. You know, we didn't earn as much in this industry. However, now you don't even have to do that. You can earn just as much by being a man, and that is what I call equality. You've probably seen, you know, big OnlyFans creators for years, your Corinna Cox, your Sky Breeze, all that kind of stuff, making millions a month from this exact business model. We weren't able to enter that as, you know, men unless we had connections to OnlyFans models or we started a massive agency or any of this kind of stuff. AI literally allows you to become that model yourself, generate infinite content, and outwork most OnlyFans creators. Just a fact. So before I leave you guys, I just want to give you a couple quick tips to leave you with before you embark on this journey, which I'm sure after watching this far in, you're going to want to do. So number one, the first tip I'm going to give you is decide what niche you want your creator in. You don't just want this attractive girl, this blonde girl, you know, everyone goes for that look. You don't just want to be that. You want to stand out from the crowd. So let's say, for example, you're really into video games. What this is going to do, if you make your model in that niche as well, you're going to have knowledge in that niche. So you're going to be able to market that girl exactly where people who are interested in those video games are going to look for a girl like that, if that makes sense. So you're going to have expertise in a certain field, and that is going to allow you to market that model 10 times more. Also, it's just going to allow that model to stand out that little bit more. So even if you're not an expert in video games, if you're an expert in football, or you just have some sort of interest in golf, put your model in that niche and see what happens, because you're going to have a more in-depth understanding of exactly how that niche will operate and how to market that model even more. And the second tip is something that I like to call the foot in the door method. Now, of course, you want to price your content high. And in fact, most of the time, it's not even worth selling a piece of content for $2, for example. It's just not worth your time. You're probably going to be talking to these guys, you know, giving them content for $2, which is not worth it. But the foot in the door method is where you will have a guy who is brand new to the page, maybe never spent money on a platform like this before. So they're going to be a bit apprehensive about spending $20 plus on a piece of content. However, the foot in the door method is where you do sell that piece of content for $2, $3. What this is going to do is get their payment onto that system so they can literally in the future press one button and buy more content, and also give them a little taste of what that content is like. If they like it, they're gonna buy more. If they don't, they probably weren't gonna be a customer anyway. So the foot in the door method is a very easy way to get customers through the door and allow you to give some cheap stuff away for a return of grateful and long-term customers. Now to wrap it up, that was how to start AI OnlyFans management in 2025. And I promise you, by the end of this year, this business model will be absolutely huge and the barrier to entry will be massive. You know, you won't be able to start as a beginner, just as you can't now start, you know, your drop shipping, any of these kind of business models models that are hugely popular, you won't be able to start AI OFM next year. The decision you have to make is now. So what I recommend is you go down the description, buy the $47 Imagine Education AI Model Method course. This will teach you everything you need to know from zero to hero, and you'll get a community along with that, access to coaches, all this kind of good stuff, people who are already making money with this method. So hope you enjoyed, hope this was insightful. Keep an eye out on the channel because I will be posting more this year, and very excited to see you inside the community.